What's up, guys? So I got a different type of video for you today. So out of curiosity, I was like curious which bands I own the most releases by, so I figured that'd be a cool video to do. So this is the top 10 bands I own the most releases by. There's a couple ties, because if I try to actually do like 10 different numbers, and there's a lot I have like a certain number for, so like trying to get actually 10 different numbers, there would be like 20 different bands. It'd be a super long video, so I didn't feel like that was necessary. So I got at least the top 10, because there's a bunch of tied for like 8 or 7 or whatever. So yeah, but if you can hear the noise we're listening to, obviously the necrophobic war criminal views, German kind of gross grindy death metal from the late 90s, came out in 97. So if you like stuff like Blood, this is definitely a awesome release to check out if you want some more kind of gross grind stuff. So yeah, check it out. Necrophobic War Criminal Views. Awesome release. Put out through Grindhouse Recordings, I think. Yeah. 2017 reissue, so yep. Good shit. Alrighty, so let's get into it. Let me just check my list. So if you see me looking down, I have the numbers in the bands written down so I don't forget. So I actually say how many releases I own. It's kind of pointless for me to do the video without me mentioning the number. But first up, this one kind of surprised me. I knew I owned a lot of them. I didn't realize I owned this many. So first up, this band I have 11 releases by. Oh, and by the way, some bands I own one release on more than one format, I'm only counting as one, so I could have like the same album and like 5 different variants, which I don't personally, but I could, and I would only count that as one release. So if it's CD of vinyl, that's only one, so I'm not cheating and saying, oh, I have 5 copies, this is 5 releases. No, that's just stupid, but yep. So this band coming in with 11 releases total. I got Drook. So this is Forgotten Legends, their debut record from 2003. When people mention this band, they always seem to either mention Blood in Our Wells or Autumn Aurora, which those are definitely some of the best, but I still think this early stuff is great too, and kind of overshadowed compared to those 2 records. Which I've mentioned before, I think Bosom is mostly super boring, but these guys take what Varg did, and like, their first probably like 3 or 4 records, they took that like super repetitive style and made it actually interesting, which I'm not sure how they were able to make like 4 songs, each pretty long, like super repetitive, and actually make it fun to listen to, unlike a lot of what Varg did, but yeah. Awesome release. Is it my favorite record by them? No, they don't have a bad record in my opinion, but my favorite's probably like the middle, later era stuff, like when they kind of like, I think found their own path, but even early on, I still think they had their own unique sound though, but they were definitely taking what Varg did to make them their own unique sound, so yep. That is Drook. Forgotten Legends, again, I have 11 albums by them. The only album I'm missing is the instrumental one, which I don't care. I need vocals for an album for me to connect with it, so I haven't really bothered buying that one yet, but besides that, I own the rest of them. So yep. Check it out. So that's Drook. Alright, so this is another band I'm sure people are gonna roll your eyes at, but I don't give a fuck. I love these guys, so I don't care. This is Tankard. Yes, I have 12 albums by them, and you heard me right. I have 12 Tankard records, but you can make a joke and say that's 12 too many. I disagree. I know people say these guys shouldn't belong in the German 4. Honestly, I'll take them over Destruction any day of the week as far as, like, being... I think the second most consistent, honestly, I hate to say this, I think they even have a more consistent catalog than Kreator does, because Kreator, like, in the 90s was all over the place. Honestly, I think their only record, Tankard's only record I don't like is Disco Destroyer. That's like their only misstep. The rest of them are at least good to great, but yeah. Of their probably post-classic era, so post first 4 or 5, this is my favorite record by them. So this is Beast of Burden from 2004, I think. Yeah, 2004. So listen to the song, Die with a Ear in Your Hand, Under Friendly Fire, or Slipping from Reality. Those are the 4 best ones. Or Fistful of Love, or Alien Revenge, too, but yeah. This whole album's great, though, so yep. Tankard, number 12. Fuck the haters, Tankard rules. Alrighty, it's another band that I'm sure you're probably all sick of me talking about, but oh well. So Dismember decided to show something not obvious. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, all of these albums I chose, I decided to show something not obvious because that's kind of boring if I just show like the most obvious record. This kind of pointless then, but yeah. Except for one band, but I'll explain that in a minute. So yeah, Dismember, I have 12 releases by them, obviously because they all came in that box set. But yeah, this is their demo recordings from 1988 to 1990. So there you go. So you got the Dismembered 88 demo, the Last Blasphemies 89 demo, and the Reborn and Blasphemy 1990 demo. So you got Death Invocation, Subsequently Dead, Defective Decay, Deranged from Blood, Blasphemies of the Flesh, Self-Defecation, Dismembered, Sickening Art, and Defective Decay. I think Sickening Art and Death Invocation both ended up on the debut. But yeah. Awesome. Is this some of their best material? No, I'm not one of those people who says the demos is the best just for true cult points, but this is cool though, but I still think what they did afterwards is a lot better, but that's just me. Cool pictures of the actual demos, so there you go. I know there was a, I think ultra deluxe European version of this box set, which came with the t-shirt and a slim mat, which would have been cool, but I was okay with just having the cheaper version. But yeah. So there you go. Is this the release I spin the most often? No, but still fun to hear them in their infancy before putting out one of the best records ever. So, yeah. There we go. Dismember, again, I have 12 releases by them. This band I have 13 releases by. So this, I've never seen anybody on YouTube show this specific release, or even on Instagram, honestly. Let's pull this out. So Morbid Angel, this is live at the Power Company in 1985. Honestly, I have no idea who's even on this, because it doesn't say it. This is such a boot, but it literally comes with just the records and that's it. So if you want information, good luck, but yeah. Put out through... yeah, it doesn't even say who put this out. It just says MA666. I don't know what that means, but that's not very helpful. And a lot of the songs on here, I'm assuming they would change, because you have Abominations and Maze of Torment, obviously, and then you have Call of the Night, Covens of the Dancer, Morbid Angel, Bring on the Blood, Demon Dance, Welcome to Hell, Necro Metal, Dead Zone, Doomed by the Living Dead. I'm assuming those were all songs they either changed the names of later or they never bothered using, but yeah. Honestly, this doesn't really sound fantastic. It's obviously not a soundboard recording. It's good enough, but if you want to get Morbid Angel, I definitely don't recommend starting with this, but yeah. Cool release, but not essential unless you're a giant nerd for the early stuff, but yeah. So again, Morbid Angel, I have 12 by them. Alright, here's another band I'm sure you're sick of me mentioning, but I haven't shown this release yet because I got this a couple months ago, so. This is Enslaved with Axioma Ithaca Odemia? Yeah. So I believe this came out in 2010, so this is the album that preceded Kreator, I believe. So this came out after, like, some of their best stuff, like Issa, Below the Lights, Rune. So yeah, definitely not one of the highlights of their career. It's not like their worst either, but like I said, they don't have a bad record, but is this like one of their like standout albums of their discography? No, but it's still very much enjoyable though, but yeah. A couple bonus tracks too, which is cool, so let me show you what this looks like. So there's the front. Very, almost like robotic looking. In the back, tracks. This is a by Norse Music 2019 reissue. Gatefold. Kind of copying the Dismember pieces photo, maybe. I'm assuming that was an homage to that. Inner sheet. Yep. Just black, simple labels, but there's inner sheet 1. and Inner Sheet 2. So unfortunately, Issa and Rune are two of my favorites, and those are two of the ones that are the most expensive, which is kind of annoying, but I'll get those someday. I just gotta be patient and wait for the right opportunity, I guess. So yep. Enslaved, again, I have 13 of their releases. So I said I wasn't going to show super obvious stuff, but I've mentioned this album on CD a bajillion times, but I didn't get the LP. I've never shown the LP because I didn't get this on vinyl until pretty recently, so I decided to pull it to show the off the vinyl, because why not? It's a pretty cool color. Kreator, Pleasure to Kill, obviously. So I have 15 of the releases. I have like most of their albums, a couple live things, and then I think the only albums I'm missing aren't good, so I'm not planning on buying those. I'm missing, I think, Endorama and Outcast, which both those records kind of are terrible, so I'm not going to bother buying those ones, but yeah. I have the rest, though. So, yep. Classic record, I've mentioned this a bajillion times, but oh well. Favorites on this, probably the title track, Riot of Violence, and Under the Guillotine, which is cool, but yeah. This version doesn't come with the Flag of Fate EP, but oh well. I already have those on my CD version of this album anyway, so yeah. Finally, they didn't credit the drummer. It just says Millie, Bob, and Wolf. They didn't get Vector. They didn't mention Vector at all. I'm not sure why, but kind of odd. And comes with a giant poster, which I need to hang, but I don't really have any room to hang a lot of posters at the moment, but I will eventually. Here's the inner sleeve with all the classic noise releases, which is pretty cool. I think I have, let me see, I have that one, that one, that one, fuck that one, yeah, I have the Top Row, yeah, that record sucks too, but yeah, see, very classic. And the insert, or the light fellows, I mean, my bad. On a cool white and pink. It looks more red on camera, but it's pretty pink, which it would have been better looking if it was red, but oh well. So that, yeah, that's it. Classic record, obviously. I'm sure if you like thrash at all, this is definitely one that's pretty mandatory if you like your thrash any more extreme and brutal side. Yep. So there we go. Again, Kreator, I have 15 by them. Another band I have 15 by, so another tie. This is a demo from 91, I think. Motörhead, Fuck Me Jesus. So like I said, I have 15 by them. The only full length I'm missing is their last one, which I'll get it eventually, but oh well. So yeah. This and their first full length, they were definitely a lot closer to death metal than black metal, which honestly, not to be contrarian, but I like this early stuff more than their more black metal stuff. But yeah, even though the black metal stuff is great too, I kind of wish they did at least one more album that sounded like this and Dark Endless. That would have been cool to hear them in another kind of evil death metal direction. But you can still hear some black metal influences. They were definitely even more black metal on this than the early Dark Throne stuff. Because Soulside Journey is straight a Swedish death metal version of Autopsy. But yeah, favorites on this one probably Shut Up and Suffer and the title track. But yeah, I know originally this was either I think a 7-inch. I want to say back in the day, but don't quote me on that. Very cool version. Yeah, I know this was either a 7-inch or a cassette back in the day. It was one of those two, I believe. As the band. Obviously, they only have one original member left, but oh well. So yeah, man, Motörhead's awesome. I want to see them live someday, but I doubt they'll play the States anytime soon again, but who knows, maybe they will. So yep. There we go. Motörhead, Fuck Me Jesus. Again, I have 15 of their releases. Alright, another band with 15. It's gonna be kind of a short video, but I kind of figured that. So this album doesn't really get mentioned at all, maybe because it came out in 1998. People say, oh, this band was done by that. I completely disagree. This is Motörhead, Snakebite Love. I almost went with Sacrifice, but that one gets more mentioned. This one literally gets never shown on YouTube. I'm not sure why, but... And I pulled this because it came out in 1998, so it came out the same year that I popped out, I guess. So it's pretty cool too, but yeah. Is this one of their best records? No, which unfortunately this followed Sacrifice, which is like one of their best records ever in my opinion. So having to follow that was kind of a like hard task, but yeah. It's definitely more in that vein, which they have some like faster moments on here too, and some like more like not experimental, but like bluesier kind of like softer moments too, but yeah. Motörhead, Snakebite Love. Awesome record, but still not one of their highlights or anything, but it's still Motörhead, so still better than a lot of stuff that came out back in the late 90s, so yep. Check it out. Motörhead, Snakebite Love. Alrighty, so coming in at bronze. Now coming at a silver, number the band I have the second most releases by, with 17, is Sodom, which I'm sure that's probably not a surprise at all. This is Epona of Torture, so I pulled this one mainly because this was the first new Sodom to come out once I became a fan of the band, because the first one I ever heard was In War and Pieces. This came out, well, I didn't hear it right when it came out. I heard it probably a year later, because I heard them in like 2014, so from 2013, so obviously it's the like newest release back then, but yeah. And honestly, this is one of my favorites, probably my favorite post M16s. I mean, you got like My Final Bullet, Stigmatized, Cannibal, Shoot Today, Kill Tomorrow, Tracing the Victim, Into the Skies of War, SODOM. Awesome record. And honestly, this is their first record probably since like Tap in the Vein that has some slight death metal influences on it. I mean, listen to the song Stigmatized, and specifically Tom's vocals, he definitely like returned to like the more like kind of brutal vocal style that he had on Tap in the Vein and Get What You Deserve. But yeah, very much appreciated for that. But yep. Sodom, Epona of Torture, great record. So again, I have 17 by Sodom. Alright, so the guess who the number one band is? I'll give you a second. Doom, 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 doom. Alright, time's up. So, winning by quite a large margin. I have 28 releases by them, which is probably insane, but oh well. So, guess who it is? Iron Maiden. So this is a live bootleg from March 1st, 1982, so Number of the Beast wasn't quite out yet. It came out March 22nd the same year, so it's like, what, 21 days before the album came out, so they played some songs from it though, so let me show you the front and the back, and I'll read off the set list. So anyway, there's the front. This is called The Beast on the Road UK Tour, so there you go, there's that. In the back, Evil Dead Records. They do a lot of awesome bootlegs, which they have a bunch I want, but finding Maiden bootlegs for a good price, or just find them at all, can be kind of a pain in the ass, but oh well. Looks like piss yellow kind of, which is interesting, but yeah. So there you go. There's that. It's a double LP, they're both the same color, so not going to bother pouring out both, but as far as the track listing, alright, we got Murders in the Rue Morgue, Wrathchild, Run to the Hills, Children of the Damned, Number of the Beast. So there's side A. Side B, Another Life, Killers, 22 Acacia Avenue, Total Eclipse, drum solo. Then side C is Transylvania, guitar solo, The Prisoner, Hallowed Be Thy Name, Phantom of the Opera. Then side D is Iron Maiden, Sanctuary, Drifter, Running Free, and Prowler. So yep. I have like a couple, I have like 3 different bootlegs from Evil Dead. They have like a bunch that I want, but I'll get them eventually, but there's so much to buy in so little time, but oh well. This is definitely not a soundboard recording. It doesn't sound terrible, but it's not like, it doesn't sound like live after death. I'll just put it that way. It's definitely more raw, but if you know Maiden's songs, you can basically hear them and you know them instantly, but yep. So Maiden, the winner by a quite large margin. I have 28 releases by them. Alrighty, thanks for watching. hope this was entertaining and a whole cool different video for me to do. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know which bands you guys have the most stuff by. I'll be curious because I know people in like the metal community, whatever, have different tastes. So it'll be interesting to see who owns the most by what band. So thanks for watching. Take care. Peace out. Hails.